Hello students, welcome back to the next session, your lecture 2, green buildings. Right, previously we have studied about the rating organizing system. Rating systems in India for green buildings are LEDD and one more is THERI. Right, LEDD and THERI is one systems which give the certification for the green buildings under the IGBC, right? IGBC is one type of code which we will be using for the green buildings, right? LEDD is nothing but leadership in energy and environmental design. Leadership in energy and environmental design is the full form for LEDD. Next one is the THERI. THERI is one type of institute which gives us the Griha certification. The THERI is nothing but the energy and resource management. The full form for THERI is the energy and resource institute. And next one is the Griha. THERI will give the Griha certification. GRIHA, green rating for integrated habitat and assessment, right? Under that, here you will be having a IGBC green homes. You will be having a 4 criteria. Under that you will be having a performance, pedagogy, community and responsibility, right? Under the performance you have a fresh air. Under this category you will be getting a fresh air, daylight, improved indoor environment, enhance the performance of the students, water efficiency, energy efficiency and post monitoring improving the building performance. Under the pedagogy you will be getting the eco sensitivity is both a passion and science. Children get sensitized to the environmental aspects. Next one is the community. Under community you will be getting the knowledge sharing with the school helps in reaching out to the parents and nearby communities. The children learn to take under the responsibility you will be getting the children learn to take the responsibilities for their own action that concerns the environment, right? Next one is the THERI. Under the THERI I told you just now that under the THERI you will be getting the Griha certification. Griha certification is nothing but the full form for Griha is green rating for integrated habitat assessment. So right, Griha rating system consists of 34 criteria categorized under various sections such as site selection and site planning, conservation and efficient utilization of the resources, building operation and maintenance, and innovation points. 8 of these 34 criteria are mandatory, 4 are partly mandatory while the rest are optional, right? Listen, when we are constructing the conventional building, we will be following the codes like IS 456, right? When we will go for the steel construction, we will be following the IS 800 2000, IS 800 2007. Like this, for constructing the green buildings we have to follow the certification courses, IGBC conditions, which under that you will be having a certification courses like Griha certification. Under that you will be having a 34 criteria. In that the main 8 criteria are main mandatory and that should be followed whenever you are going for constructing a green building. Each criteria has a number of points assigned to it. It means that a project intending to meet the criteria would qualify for the points. The different levels of certification 1 star to 5 stars are awarded based on the number of points earned, right? See here, the green rating for integrated habitat assessment, like Griha, national rating system for green building. So right here the THERI has a 100-point systems. The minimum points required for certification is 50, building score, right? Here we will be having a building scoring 50 to 60. You will be having a 1 star. Here you people can see it clearly, right? 50 to 60 you will be having a 1 star. 61 to 70 you will be having a 2 stars, like that. From 91 to 100 you will be having a 5 stars. Whenever you will construct a green building, this Griha will be giving you the certification. Fundamental principles of green buildings are sustainable site design, indoor environmental quality, energy and environment, materials and resources, water quality and conservation. So right, site selection and planning. What is the site selection and planning? Here even in a sustainable site design. So even when you are going for the conventional building, first you will be doing the preliminary survey and you will be following all four steps, right? By the after that you will be doing a detailed survey. After that you will be preparing a plan, right? So here what he is telling, evaluate each site in terms of location and orientation of buildings in order to optimize the use of passive solar energy, natural day lighting and natural breezes and ventilation. Here I will show you some 18 examples all over the world for the green buildings. Here you people, by seeing that, you will be getting a one idea, right? See here you will be getting one idea. Green buildings, 18 example of a sustainable architectures around the world. So see here, this is also a one green building that is known as the first green building here, the Pixel Building, Melbourne, Australia. The Pixel Building, Melbourne, Australia. On the Earth Day, look through CNN style, round up 18 noteworthy green buildings from around the world. Under that, the first one is this one. Here you people can see it clearly, right? Next one is one Central Park, Sydney, Australia. See here, that is completely, here you can see one Central Park, Sydney, Australia. Here you can see that is completely using the natural resources. And one more, here you can see next one is the Bahrain World Trade Center 1 and 2. Bahrain World Trade Center, which has a one more quality other than the green building. We will be using mostly this Bahrain World Trade Center in our conventional buildings, also a very good one, right? Museum of Tomorrow, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Next one, Vancouver Convention Center West, that is in Canada. One more is Shanghai Tower. Shanghai is in Chennai. Here you people can see. Copenhagen in Denmark. Copenhagen in Denmark. Here it is one of the green building. Next one is Marco Polo Tower, Hamburg, Germany. Bosco Verticale, Milan, Italy. This building is too good and it completely shows it is a perfect example for the green building. Next one, Suzlon, One Earth, Pune, India. This is in India. You people can see it clearly here. Arcos Fukuoka Prefectural International Hall, that is in Japan, right? Torre Reforma, Mexico City. The Edge, Amsterdam, Netherlands. Park Royal Collection, Pickering, Singapore. Next one, Robinson's Tower, Singapore. Right, Singapore is also one best city to follow the green building concept. One Angle Square, Manchester's Union Kingdom. Bullitt Center, Seattle, Washington, USA. Right, in USA we will not be having a much scope for our conventional building. There you can see most of the green buildings over there. Eastgate Center. So right here, evaluate each site in the term. Here, get back to our sustainable site design. There, now I have shown you the best examples for the green buildings. Right, in that you have seen all this. The suitable sites, why we are telling suitable, the site planning is most important in this, because wherever we will be selecting the site, that should be suitable for constructing the green building over there. When we will construct this type of residential buildings, and there that may not be, that site may not be most suitable for this. Right, next one, under the site selection and planning, you will be having a site selection is environmentally responsible, building orientation is optimized. Building orientation is nothing but, here we will be considering the how the sunrise, the sun rays, the whatever the light emitted from the sun, how that can be used. Right, next one, impervious surfaces are minimized. Impervious surfaces are nothing but, there how the irrigation can be done, means how the water can be utilized and that can be used for the gardening purpose, like that. Site disturbance is minimized, means we will be having a cool environment. Storm water quantity and quality is considered. Next one is the landscaping is water efficient and active. Right, next one is the indoor environmental quality. Here you will be having a using the building materials, adhesives, sealants, finish, means whatever the environmental, for example you will be using the paints, that will be including chemicals, so that we need to avoid it and we need to use the water only. Next one is the maximize the use of natural day lighting, optimize solar orientation to maximize penetration of natural daylight into in China you can see one eco buildings that has been they have constructed that eco building on one mountain. In that you can once search in the Google eco buildings, so there they'll completely they are using the natural resources, and that is one school, to my surprise, which has been constructed on the mountain, and that is that people they are running it as a school, and that is completely using the natural sources, and the name of that one is eco buildings. Kindly check that one in the Google. Maximize the use of natural day lighting, optimize solar orientation to maximize penetration of natural daylight into interior spaces. Next one is the ventilation system should be capable of effectively removing or indoor contaminants while providing adequate amount of fresh air to all regions of building. Next one is the indoor environmental quality. Right, see here, indoor environmental quality, here low emitting paints, sealants and adhesives used, zero or low volatile organic compounds, no smoking including restaurants before becomes non-smoking, increased ventilation 30% of ASHRAE 62. Right, here you people can see the very aesthetic look, very good look which we can give, very aesthetic and aesthetic appearance and good appearance, like sober look that can be done in by constructing the green buildings. Right, next one is the energy efficiency. Energy efficiency, how you are using here? Use high performance low E glazing which can result in significant year round energy saving. Here you people can see here clearly from the sunlight, whatever the sunlight which we will getting, allow visible light to enter. Here the building orientation will comes into the picture. We have to construct the building where the light should be allowed. We should construct the building like that. The sunlight which we are getting naturally, that should be utilized. Low emissivity glasses, also known as low E glasses, uses a microscopically thin and virtually invisible metal or metallic oxide layer incorporated in the glazing surfaces to control heat transfer, reducing energy loss by 30% to 50%. Right, see here, if we construct like this by using the low E glasses, here you can see by using the low E glasses, if we construct like this is you can see it is completely not completely transparent and not completely invisible, right? The light can enter easily. So right, by this what you can do? By this you can usage of light in the daytime can be reduced. The usage of lights which we will be using, that can be reduced in this energy efficiency concept by using the low E glasses. Right, next one is the water efficiency, like water quality and conservation, reducing the overall water usage like rainwater harvesting, recycling of water wastewater, water efficient landscaping. Right, here you have the grey water, purification by artificial wetlands, automatic irrigation, right, see here, continuous guttering means whatever the water you will be getting, that will be dropping by this slope here. So there you will be having a rainwater filter over there. In that you will be having a rainwater storage tank. That is the benefit of the green buildings. And the next one is innovation and design process. Innovation and design process, in that you will be having a material and resource, minimize the use of non-renewable construction material, maximize the use of recycled material, materials, that is modern efficient engineered materials, sustainable managed bio-based materials. So right, what they are telling here, for constructing the green buildings, we need to use the low cost construction materials like wood you can use, right? Most of the avoiding the using of the toxic materials and chemical mixed materials. In that we need to use the recycled materials, modern efficient engineered materials, right? Right, here you can see green building materials. First one is the water permeable brick, wood mineralized board, lightweight bubble brick. Here whatever the material you are using, that can be reduced, recycled, reused, low emission material, right? In our conventional materials, whatever the materials you are using, most of the materials that cannot be recycled, right? That cannot be recycled. Once used, we cannot be recycled it, and most of the materials goes into the waste whenever you are going to dismantle the structure, right? Demolish the structure. At that moment, most of the materials will not be considered for the reuse or recycle. So right, at that moment we will be, if we want to construct it again, so at that moment what we will be getting, the cost of construction will be increasing. The cost of construction will be increasing, so that instead of that one, whatever the green building materials you are using, that green building materials are like reuse and recycle it. So right, energy efficiency in Indian buildings, right? In most of the worldwide nowadays, everyone is preferring for the green buildings for low energy uses, because mostly the mostly the industrial buildings and companies, what they are doing for low usage of energy, they are trying to implement this concept in India. So energy efficiency in India building, the benefits of energy efficiency in buildings are compelling, cost effective, and can help consumer to save money in the long term. It helps to meet energy target and resource energy shortage. This is an urgent need to improve the energy efficiency of the Indian economy. About 70% of the infrastructure in 2030, such as buildings, will added in next 2 decades. The projection for energy demand in 2032 implies fourth-fold increase in requirement. Green building in India. Suzlon Energy Limited, that is cell in Pune. Just now we have seen the picture in the Google. I have shown you, right? I have already shown you that one. That is in Pune. Suzlon Energy Limited Cell, India's largest wind turbine manufacturer, received LEED Platinum Award for their new corporate headquarters in Pune, Maharashtra, India. Biodiversity Conservation India Limited, BCIL Bangalore, TZ Homes in Whitefield, Bangalore, has been certified as the first residential apartment in the world to rated platinum under LEED. Olympia Technology Park, that is in Chennai, the world's largest LEED gold rated green building, built on an area of 1.8 million square feet. This futuristic masterpiece features three mighty towers on 8.4-acre greenery. So right, in India, many of the structures are, many green buildings are there, but these 3 buildings are under the certification. Right, here you people can see Suzlon Energy Limited, that is Cell Pune, LEED Platinum. Right, here you people can see it clearly. Biodiversity Conservation India Limited, BCIL Bangalore, LEED Platinum. Let's see here you can see the complete green building, how neatly and how soberly the building is looking. Olympia Technological Park, Chennai, LEED Gold in the certification under the Griha. It has got 5-star rating with all amenities, with all the natural resources. Green buildings in India, you have ITC Green Center, Gurgaon. The ITC Green Center was the first platinum rated building in India and has endeavored to adopt green practices that go beyond recycle waste and daylight office. The Druk White Lotus School, Ladakh. A modest school that is adjudged as an outstanding example of sustainable green cost effective building development. The multi award winning structure is the recipient of the Best Asian Building, the Best Education Building, and the Best Green Building Awards. So the ITC Green Center Gurgaon, here you can see it neatly how the pictures has been given here. The ITC Green Center Gurgaon, lead platinum, the Griha certification, the lead certification has provided platinum. The drug White Lotus School Ladakh, the best green building award, the best green building award. Here you people can see they are using complete solar panels over there. Next one, the drug White Lotus School Ladakh, best green building award. The layout of the building which you have seen here, the layout of the building which you have seen here. Green buildings in India, Lak Hussain, Solari, Orivilla. The solar kitchen at Oriville is perhaps the best example on demonstrating the usage of solar energy to produce steam. This 1700 square meters kitchen is named thus because of the huge 15 diameter solar ball that has been fixed at the top of the structures to harvest solar energy. Doon School, Dehradun. This one is the India's first green school campus that opted for recycling measures and successfully achieved 100% self-sufficiency in energy, water and organic fertilizers. Several old building blocks that were part of 69 acres school were redesigned, and solar thermal systems, waste management process as well as biomass gasification system were introduced as part of its green initiative. Here you can see Lak Hussain Solari, Orville, 1700 square meters solar kitchen. Right, Doon School, Dehradun, India's first green school campus. Here you can see. So right, this type of buildings will be very useful for the future, where the healthy environment will be provided to the students and very good looking one. Right, here you can see this one, Dehradun. Here what they are using complete this one, the whatever the kitchen they have provided under the with the 1700 square made, that is complete, named it as the solar kitchen. The kitchen which they are running, that is using by the solar panels which the energy is getting generated through the solar one. So right, here in this one also, here what they have told here, the solar kitchen at Orville is perhaps the best example for demonstrating the use of solar energy to produce steam. This 1700 square meters kitchen is named thus because of huge 15 diameter solar ball that has been fixed at the top of the structure to harvest the solar energy. See here. Here you people can see it clearly. Right, here also you can see it, how large it is. Right, next one, Doon School, Dehradun. This one is the India's first green school campus that opted for recycling measures and successfully achieved 100% self-sufficiency in energy, water and organic fertilizers. This is the best example which we can show the students in real life, how the recycling measures can be taken, right, how the energy can be utilized, how the less energy can be used, and how the water can be used very less, and how the organic fertilizer. Nowadays many of the people, they are organic, they are very interested to go for the organic material where the chemicals should not be used more, right? Several old building blocks that were part of 69 acre school were redesigned, and solar thermal system, waste management process, as well as biomass gasification systems were introduced as a part of his green initiative, right? Here you can see it clearly. If this type of schools were constructed in Telangana, many of the, right, in Telangana we have only companies in Telangana like using these green buildings. We does not have this type of schools. If you know, you please let me know by checking this in Telangana if we have any green buildings, right? We have green buildings that you can see there at in Orbit Mall, like that place you can see this green buildings that are used as a companies, software companies, right? But I don't know regarding this school, you please let me know, right? Today we have studied regarding the energy efficiency, and we have studied about the Griha also. Green buildings in India, many green buildings are there. We will study in the next class. In this you have the assignment that you have to do is, please let me know and collect the number of green buildings and collect the pictures and do it as assignment, like number of green buildings in India and which type of sources and which type of natural sources they are using, right? We'll meet in the next class. Thank you so much.